The 2024 Social Security Trustees Report just came out, and the trust fund shrinking. If you've ever worried about whether Social Security will actually be there when you retire, you are not alone. So let's answer the big questions. What exactly happened to Social Security in 2024? Why is it running low? When will it run out of money? And most importantly, will you get paid? Let's start by quickly breaking down how the Social Security Trust Fund actually works, because that part surprises a lot of people. Thanks for being here on the Zacc Call Money Education channel. Subscribe to be up to date on any financial changes like this. Hop in the comments and let us know what you think about Social Security. First, you must understand how the Social Security Trust Fund works. The fund has $2.7 trillion. Two ways money comes into the account are FICA taxes, which are taxes on earnings that workers pay, and then interest earned on the fund itself. One way money comes back out is through retirees receiving payments from the fund. So the question is, how did the fund do in 2024? The income was $1.2 trillion, and the expenses were just over $1.4 trillion. And then with interest factored in as well, there was a total net decrease to assets of $67 billion. So why did it get worse? There are a few reasons. One, they repealed some penalties on something called WEP and GPO. These are penalties associated with having a government pension and also receiving Social Security. And with those penalties going away, that means that those retirees receive more payments and the expenses increased to the fund. The second reason was that there was a slower recovery from historically low levels of fertility. We have been at low levels, and the experts and analysts expected that to increase faster than it did. The third reason is just lower GDP growth expectations. So the question is, if we keep going, when is the fund going to run out? Full payments can be made until 2033. Some retirees make the mistake of thinking that at that moment they will receive no more Social Security. However, the income alone can pay 77% of benefits. I'm not saying that that's a great thing to lose 23% of your Social Security, but it's important to know that it's not losing 100%. You would still get paid what the income can produce. So how worried should you be? The estimated year of 2033 has always been a moving target. We've seen it increase, we've seen it decrease over the years, but we think there will be political pressure to improve the fund. Too many seniors rely heavily on Social Security as their primary source of income. And you seniors actually vote. So, how does it get fixed? There are several ways that they can do it, and many of these are strategies they've already implemented in the past. So they can push out the full retirement age. They could increase Social Security tax on workers. They could increase the wage limit at which you stop paying Social Security tax. And the fund itself could earn more on the investments. So what do we think will happen? We think they'll make adjustments to push it out. Here are some adjustments they've made in the past already. Your full retirement age used to be 65, and then they changed it to 66, and then 66 and 2 months, all the way up until 67. Sometimes they do cost of living adjustments that are lower than actual inflation or lower than interest. And sometimes they do cost of living adjustments for retirees that increase benefits at a slower rate than the cost of living adjustments on the limit on which you have to pay Social Security tax. So it's kind of a nerdy way that those of us who pay attention can see a difference and a way for them to help the fund a little bit. During the Biden administration, he toyed with the idea of reintroducing Social Security tax on income greater than $400,000. That one didn't go through, but it was a proposal. So in summary, while we hoped that the fund improves each year, this year was a net decrease in assets. If your life expectancy exceeds 2033, which for most people watching this video, I think the answer is yes, it does, we believe that there will be adjustments made to extend the life of Social Security. So keep in mind, as you do this type of planning, it is very personal. It should factor in your health, your beliefs around this particular health issue of the Social Security Trust Fund, your cash flow needs, your spouse, and other benefits that may be available to you, as well as the interest you might be able to earn in the rest of your portfolio. All of these things come together and should help you figure out what's called a break-even age. We do that type of analysis for our clients. For those who are age 60 and over, we are expecting and projecting the full benefits to be paid throughout the rest of their life. For those who are 40 and younger, we do retirement projections without Social Security as well, just to know that if it happens to be there, it will be wonderful. And in between 40 and 60, it's a little more nuanced, and we'll talk to you individually about your opinions while we watch the health of the Social Security Fund throughout the years. As always, this information is educational in nature, and really one-on-one financial planning is where we can be more specific. And lastly, hop in the comments, subscribe here, let us know what you think about the health of Social Security and what kind of decisions you think you will make around Social Security as a result. Thank you for subscribing and being here on the Zacc Call Money Education channel.